2026 Mercedes Maybach GLS 900, the SUV that makes Rolls-Royce irrelevant. There are SUVs, there are luxury SUVs, and then there are machines so powerful, so unapologetically dominant, that they erase the concept of competition altogether. The 2026 Mercedes Maybach GLS 900 is not a model update, not a facelift, not even a new chapter. It is the end of the book, a monument of comfort wrapped in a silhouette of authority. A machine that doesn't arrive quietly. It reshapes the room. Before the engine stirs, before the doors open, before your shoes touch the pavement, its presence announces one truth. Rolls-Royce is luxury. Maybach is sovereignty. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will understand why this SUV doesn't just challenge the elite, it makes them irrelevant. The new era of luxury. For more than a century, automakers have played the same game. A bigger engine, a softer seat, a longer wheelbase, a smoother ride. Year after year, brands like Bentley, Rolls-Royce, Land Rover all climbed the same staircase of prestige. But in 2026, Mercedes looked at that staircase and built a penthouse above it. This is not the GLS, you know. This is the Maybach GLS 900, the SUV that has evolved from comfort into dominion. It is a vehicle not designed to impress YouTube thumbnails or car spotters. It is built for the men and women whose names are whispered in boardrooms. The people who never ask for permission. The people who do not check price tags. The people who do not choose luxury, they define it. Exterior, the face of power. You don't look at the GLS 900. You approach it like an event. Under slow golden light, the body becomes a sculpture. Not one panel borrowed. Not one angle repeated. The grille, tall, vertical, unapologetically Maybach, doesn't reflect light. It bends it like polished armor. Chrome slats rise like cathedral columns, crowned by the three-pointed star. Not as a badge, but as a signature. The paint is no ordinary black or silver. Mercedes calls it obsidian aurora, a metallic abyss that swallows daylight, and returns it as a subtle cosmic shimmer. It feels like the color of a midnight ocean scene from a private jet window. Walk around it. The stance doesn't scream aggression. It projects inevitability. 21-inch monoblock, Maybach wheels shimmer like slow-spinning galaxies, each spoke catching highlights like jewelry. The body is wide but never bloated, muscular but never loud. A silhouette that seems to glide even when frozen in time. And then you reach the rear. No tapering. No timid conclusions. It ends in the posture of a luxury yacht, cutting through moonlit water, a wide-set frame beneath LED blades that stretch like a royal signature. This SUV is not styled, it is composed. Interior, the private lounge of gods. The first breath you take inside the GLS 900 is not air, it is atmosphere. You don't sit in this cabin, you sink into it. The leather is not stitched. It is poured like liquid ivory wrapped around your body. Maybach calls this shade Moonlight Pearl, a white so soft it behaves like silk under touch. The steering wheel feels carved from polished bone, with chrome controls that respond with effortless clicks, like a bespoke Swiss watch. And then, you discover the rear. This is no back seat. It is the sovereign chamber, fully reclining executive loungers. Quilted perforations that massage pressure points you didn't even know existed. Heated armrests, cooler compartments, detachable champagne flutes, wireless rear control panel, soft ambient lighting pulsing through 64 shades, from royal amethyst to imperial gold. The ceiling is panoramic glass, a cathedral of daylight by morning, and a galaxy of stars at midnight. You don't travel here, you rule from here. The outside world becomes a rumor. Everything whispers domination. No plastic, no compromise, no second choices. If Rolls-Royce is luxury for the rich, Maybach is luxury for the untouchable. Technology, invisible intelligence. Luxury is not screens. Luxury is effortlessness. And the GLS 900 achieves it. MBUX Hyperscreen sweeps across the dashboard like molten glass. 3 displays, 1 soul, instrument panel, central infotainment, Passenger control suite. It is a digital concierge with no ego. You don't touch it repeatedly. You whisper to it. Hey Mercedes, make the cabin warmer. Done. Hey Mercedes, set massage intensity to deep. Already happening. No need to swipe. No need to stretch. This car anticipates. Sound is not audio. It is architecture. Biomystique 4D. Bass that resonates through the seat backs like the pulse of the road. Violins that brush across the chest cavity. Crystal highs bouncing off polished wood veneers. This is not a sound system. It is a concert hall sealed in leather and silence. Performance. Silence with teeth. Beneath the velvet lies a monster. A handcrafted Mercedes AMG 4.0 liter twin-turbo V8, paired with electric boost, tuned to deliver. Not 550, not 600, not 700, 900 horsepower. Acceleration is not drama. It is inevitability. From standstill to 60 miles per hour in 3.6 seconds. With no scream, no chaos. Just gravitational displacement. Other SUVs roar. Urus, Bentayga, Cullinan V12, the GLS 900, hums. Air suspension with predictive dampers. Reads the surface of a road before the wheels even touch it. This isn't comfort. It is levitation. Rear axle steering bends physics. Moving this cathedral of steel like a sports sedan. Mercedes didn't build a fast SUV. They built a mobile throne that ignores obstacles. Context and lifestyle. Who this is for. This vehicle is not designed for influencers or people who want attention. This is built for people who already have power. World leaders, oil magnates, private equity founders. Those whose phones do not ring. They summon. You don't show off in the GLS 900. You simply exist and the world adjusts. Pull into a hotel valet and the Urus becomes a toy. Park beside a Bentayga and it looks like it skipped leg day. Roll next to a Rolls-Royce, it suddenly becomes a symbol of yesterday. The GLS 900 isn't a competitor. It is the new standard. Expert and industry insight. Designers who worked on this project describe it not as a vehicle, but as cosmic gravitas in motion. Automotive journalists call it the most complete representation of modern luxury ever built. Maybach engineers refer to it internally as the sovereign, not for irony, but for accuracy. Because unlike every other luxury SUV, this one is not flex. It simply exists, and everyone else reacts. Ownership feel. Driving the GLS 900 is like walking into a negotiation knowing the outcome. Traffic parts. Valets rush. Hands tremble. Whispers follow. The throttle feels like the world bending toward you. The silence becomes addictive. The deep calm of absolute control. You don't measure trips in minutes. You measure them by the number of decisions made, while the rest of the world is stuck in chaos. Inside this SUV, your pulse lowers, your choices sharpen, your priorities align. You do not drive to your destination. You arrive as the destination. The 2026 Mercedes Maybach GLS 900 is not transportation. It is a declaration that greatness does not shout. That power does not compete. That true luxury is not about what you own, but what the world assumes when it sees you.